Good evening from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse as we get set for this one. Tonight at Mineral Area College, the Cardinals host Olney Central, the Blue Knights. Jared Pettis and Connor Harbert with you. Landon Keene back at the studio as we get you set for this one tonight. Currently about 11 minutes away from the opening tip. And Connor, I know this is your first look at the Mineral Area Cardinals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've been out of the JUCO scene for a little while. I think it was 2021 last time I saw a JUCO team over in Kansas, but real excited to see this MAC team. Of course, off to a good start this year, 8-3, and taking on a squad that they beat only a few days ago by almost 25. So could be a good night for MAC, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yes, and this is the third team that MAC has played twice this season already. And that's something when I talked earlier with Coach Tony Irons a couple of weeks ago when they were playing Wabash Valley and then John A. Logan because they played them twice. He said we don't look at it as we've already played them once. We look at it as our next game. This is the first time we've seen them. And I think that's something that you have to carry into games like these when it's not region opponents. Because you don't know much about these teams other than you've seen them once. And if you go into it, you beat them by 25. If you go into it thinking, oh, we beat them by 25, well, they're going to come back and, they will sting you. This is an Olney Central team that is really trying to find their identity. And if you let them get into a game, they'll put you away.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a team that's 2-6, Olney Central, but they have scores. And when you look at the book, the last time these two teams played, Logan Webb, a player who's going to be playing in tonight's game, led the way. 20 points there in that one, was kind of shooting lights out, 50% from the field. So that's something to watch out for here. He's going to be playing in this game as well. He gets hot once again. Maybe you have an off-shooting performance. You find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation. So at the end of the day, there is some credence, again, to Coach Irons and what he says. You look at it one game at a time, but I think you'd also be kind of a fool maybe to not remember what worked, what maybe didn't work the last time these two teams played. I think that goes both ways. I think Olney Central's going to look, and they're going to make some slight changes, some slight adjustments. They know what MAC brings to the table. But again, we'll have to wait and see once the ball's tipped.
It's the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Tony Irons, head coach of the MAC Cardinals, following this break. You're listening to MAC Athletics on the Parkland Sports Leader, KFMO, and your home for MAC Athletics in the Parkland, KFMO Sports Plus. Sure to the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show by the head coach. Hey, the MAC bumpers. Sure to the Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show by the head coach of the Mineral Area Cardinals, Tony Irons, 8-3 on the season. It's been a while since we've seen some men's basketball, and you get Olney Central tonight. Another team that you've already played once this season, and you've told me earlier that you like to just focus on you guys and take it next game at a time, as in it's just the next game, as in you hadn't seen them again. Is that good for the players to get comfortable with that? I think this is now the third opponent you've played, second time this season already. Is that good for those players that might be new to the junior college landscape to get used to conference play and region play once we get into that time of the year?
I mean, at this point of the season, yeah. Obviously, when you speak on conference, it's going to be a little different. You're going to know them a little bit more, see them multiple times. But right now, we're just trying to continue to build. So it's not really as much about the opponent as it is about, us just continuing to play the basketball and the brand of basketball that we want to play.
It's been about 20 broadcast games since we've seen the MAC men last. It's been a long high school and even women's basketball schedule the last couple of weeks. What's been different for the Cardinals now as opposed to 2 weeks ago?
I think we're just taking it day by day. I think we're getting a little bit better. Chemistry is getting better. Guys understand how hard we have to play. And again, we've just been concentrating on doing a lot of little things. And those things have kind of been, when we do those things, we play well. When we don't play well. So, again, it's just about trying to be consistent right now.
Is it getting to that time now where you start to know the five you should have on the floor starting, or are you still getting used to that as well?
I mean, again, I want us to be able to have, 10 starters. You know what I mean? Because I think that a lot of teams are going to be, we talk about all the time that, some teams are going to have more talent than you in certain spots, and in your starting five. And we've been spending a lot of time trying to get our second unit and our guys off the bench, continue to get them better, because we feel like our depth is going to be something that we will be able to lean on, hopefully, when conference and stuff like that hits. So, the better they get, the better our team gets. So that's how we kind of want to approach it. I don't want them really, looking at it as it's, again, our starters are just whoever's going to get us off to the best start, depending on the game. And then we just need a group that, can continue that, to raise that level of play, and then a group that can close.
What is the difference between the high school side and college side of depth? What is there any difference with the success that you can have with the more depth you have at the high school?
You knock on wood, you don't want anything to happen, injury-wise or any of that type of stuff. But, again, if you can throw multiple guys out there that are all capable of impacting the game, I think that helps you. If you rely heavily on one or two guys, people can kind of take those guys away. So we want to just, again, we want our depth to be something that, again, like it may not just be from a scoring standpoint, it just may be from an energy standpoint. So we just want guys playing with confidence and being able to come in and kind of, again, uplift our play.
Through the first, portion of the season, since we're almost at that Christmas break time, we've seen this team go on spurts where they look like they're the most dominant offense in the area. We've seen your team win defensive battle games. What plays into your hand most? What do you feel more comfortable in now at this point in the season? I think that defense is something that I think we need to hold our hat on. It's just, being physical, trying to, I think we're seeing that we play better when we play faster a little bit too. But, I think offensively, it's, offense sometimes can fluctuate just depending on circumstances. But, teams that get stops and teams that, are hard-nosed and tough-minded are the teams that typically have success. So I think that's something that we want to continue to build on. And then our offense is just going to continue to get better. I think that we have some guys that are offensively gifted, but at the same time, again, we need each and every one of them to kind of pick it up on the other end as well. You got the game tonight and a game tomorrow, both start times scheduled for 7 o'clock. Does that change anything as far as the amount of players you might use off the bench tonight to keep people fresh for tomorrow?
No, we've been doing a lot of conditioning, just to be able to try to get these guys in the best shape possible. We're not going to look at it as that because it would be close to 24 hours, for tomorrow. But it was similar to when we were in Olney and we played Olney and turned around with a short break and had to play Vincennes right then too. So again, there's no. I don't have anything premeditated. We're just going to play it as it is. And then, hopefully we do have a lot of guys that can contribute tonight.
What were you able to pick up on Olney last week when you played them at their place?
I think they're a team right now that's kind of trying to figure some things out. I talked to their coach when we played them the last time, and he had some guys that he had to put off the team and some different things like that. So they're struggling for an identity right now, and like I told our guys, like that's not something for us to be able to kind of look at and try to use that as something like to take it lightly. We have to come out here and play our best basketball as well. But they're looking to win, they're looking for positive things to happen. So that's how we're approaching today. Is like this is probably the most important game that we have on our schedule right now, just from a standpoint of we're playing against just being complacent and being or just human nature of you just come off a win on the team and then having to play them again is easy to kind of let your guard down. So I'm interested to see how we respond to that, though.
That's not something you guys aren't familiar with, having to do that against John A. Logan earlier in the year on your home, losing on their home floor, winning here, and again against Wabash Valley. You guys beat them, and then they came here. So it's something that you guys are familiar with, playing a team twice. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
That is the head coach of the Mac Cardinals. That's Tony Irons. In his first season, his club is 8-3, and they go up against the 2-6 Olney Central Blue Knights tonight. This is an Olney Central team, like he said, trying to find their identity, and it's tough to do so when you have to kick off multiple kids. Of course, on the roster that we were given, there are 5 scratched players. We don't know which ones were the ones kicked off. We just know that those are the ones not playing tonight. It is a depleted Blue Knights squad trying to find their identity at 2-6. But Connor, it doesn't matter what your record is at this point in the year. It's once you get into the region playoffs. That's all that matters.
Yeah, really, when you look at this game tonight, this is the same squad that you played right down to the letter. The scratches from the box score in that previous game, they are the same scratches that we have here tonight. So you know you're getting the same squad. There's nothing really different about this team here today. But again, yeah, you just got to keep playing one game at a time. Just make sure you play your game no matter what the opponent is. And I think if you do that tonight, I think it'll be a good result no matter what.
It's the Mineral Area Cardinals and Olney Central Blue Knights. Jared Pettis, Connor Harbert, we have the coverage for you here on AM 1240 KFMO. That will wrap things up on the Cannonball Auto Body pregame show. When we come back, it'll be Shelter Insurance and the opening tip from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, the MacMin and the Olney Central Blue Knights, and our game of the night. A busy broadcast day and a busy broadcast week. And we wrap it up tonight at the Bob on KFMO, and it's coming up next. Good evening from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, home of the Mineral Area Cardinals. They're 8-3, and they go up against the Olney Central Blue Knights, who are 2-6. Jared Pettis, Connor Harbert, Landon Keene back at the studio. Connor has the Shelter Insurance starting lineups.
Let's start with the visitors, the Olney Central Blue Knights, 2-6 on the season. They'll have a 6'4" freshman, Cristobal Vargas, out there as well. How about the 6'3" sophomore, Jalil Bethia? 6'7" sophomore, Javon Jones, 6' freshman, Kasem Nash, and 6'4" freshman, Logan Webb. For Mineral Area, it'll be the 6'6" sophomore Preston Turner, 6'8" sophomore Jordan Logan, 6'4" freshman Jordan Richard, 6'1" freshman BJ Dooling Jr., and finally sophomore 6'8". How about Joseph Scott?
Starting lineups are brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Chuck Odell at 63 East School Street in Bonne Terre. Allow Chuck to help protect your family with life insurance. Your local Shelter Insurance Agent. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Olney Central wearing the navy blue uniforms with the white striping, gray wording. Only above the number, straight across. Central underneath the number with the Blue Knight font in cursive on the back of the jersey above the number. It's all gray, no trim. The numbers on the front and back, white, gray trim with the white swoop on the pants. That is holding inside the Blue Knight logo. It is just a knight, silver knight, I guess you could call it. Silver logo knight. As Mineral Area wears the home white uniforms, Cardinal straight across on the chest above the numbers, red trimmed in black. Numbers on the front and back match that with the red cuff of the sleeve and the collar. Mac wins the opening tip right to left on your listening device. Left to right if you're watching on the Mineral Area YouTube channel. And Mac has the opening possession. That was B.J. Dooling to the far side now for Jordan Logan. Here's Joseph Scott between the circles. Fakes a pass inside. Got it to B.J. Dooling far wing. He'll fake a shot, circle the wagon, get it to Preston Turner on the near side on the near wing. 10 on the shot clock through a screen set by Scott. They get it back to him. He will lose it down low, and that'll be a Mac turnover. 30 seconds into this one, and Olney Central gets their first possession. Jalil Bethia up the floor on the near side. Now for Javon Jones. Jones puts it to the floor with a left-handed dribble. Holds at his chest. Got it to Kasem Nash. My apologies. On the near side, this is Bethia. Got it down low for Nash, and it's back out. Bethia on the near side. 4 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper from the foul line. Rattles off, and the rebound's grabbed by Jordan Richard. Richard up the floor to Preston Turner. Numbers for Mac, 3-on-2 quickly, but Olney Central gets back. Preston Turner, fadeaway shot from 8, off rim, no good. And the rebound's grabbed by Javon Jones after the Preston Turner miss. Far side pump fake, penetrate. That's Logan Webb, 15-footer, he got it. It's 2-0 Olney Central. We're a minute 15 into this one. And it's B.J. Dooling out of the backcourt at the near side. Dooling circles back to the far side. Got it to Preston Turner at the wing. Picked up his dribble. Here's Joseph Scott to the foul line. Scott trying to get work around a defender, can't. Scott has nobody to send it to. Now into the corner near side. 3, Richard, way too long. And Kasem Nash has the rebound after the Richard miss. Near side 3, Vargas. That wouldn't go. Preston Turner has a rebound. And Turner coming up the floor on the far side on perimeter. Got it on the near wing. Finds Jordan Logan. Logan, couple of crossover dribbles and lost it. Now got it to Preston Turner on the near side. Dribble, drive, penetration, lay in. Good. Turner missed his first shot, hit his second. He's tied us up 2-2. 17:55 left in the first. Kasem Nash in the backcourt. Mac with full court pressure. Logan Webb out of the backcourt on the near side. Webb with the right hand taking it to the First State Community Bank logo just in front of us. Met by Preston Turner. Swinging it to the far side for Bethia. He'll back off, walk it into the logo to reset an offensive play. Shot clock down to 10. Bethia threw a screen. Had it, lost it. B.J. Dooling with the steal. Dooling on the near side. Swing it to the far side. Preston Turner nearly threw it out of bounds. The official had to step out of the way of that one as Turner leaned back to get it. Turner at the far wing. Pick and roll. They get it to Jordan Logan. Down low now for Joseph Scott. Right hand hook shot. Got it. Joseph Scott gives Mac the lead 4-2. And Mac on a 4-0 run, and that pass is out of the reach of Javon Jones and out of bounds. Another Olney Central turnover.
Mineral Area applying a little bit of defensive pressure early, trying to force this Olney Central squad into mistakes. That time, Olney Central playing a little bit too quick for themselves there. Tried the long pass down the floor, but just a little bit too much on it for Javon Jones to get to.
And the long pass only works if you can catch it. Here's Joseph Scott now for Jordan Richard. Richard down low, reverse layup, doesn't go. Preston Turner had the rebound, lost it on the floor. It's still loose. He'll dive for it, come away with it. Got it back to Richard. Swing it far side, B.J. Dooling. Far wing three, uncontested. Oh, around and out. Rebound grabbed and knocked away. Dooling's got it himself. Players come together on the floor. We go whistle, held ball, and the arrow favors the Blue Knights. You know, if Mac can swing it like that, they might find a couple of open looks tonight.
Yeah, quick passes creates good shots, especially with a team that this Olney Central squad. I really want to see if they have the stamina to compete tonight again. They don't have a very deep roster. They have about 8 players, so the stamina game might be something worth watching today.
Logan Webb up the floor on the far side, 6'4 freshman. Angles to the near wing. Gets around Preston Turner. Webb a crossover dribble. Step back, but he couldn't take a three. Got it to Nash. On the far side, Javon Jones. Jones holds. Back up top for Bethia. Shot clock at 10. Olney Central struggling to find any looks. They've nearly run out of the shot clock twice. Bethia on the far side trying to work around Joseph Scott. We get a whistle and a foul, and I think it's going against Mac. It is. Joseph Scott is first and the team's first, and that one could have gone either way. I think they could have got Bethia on the grab, if you will. That'll reset the shot clock to 20. Inbound to Logan Webb. Now for Bethia on the near side. Sent it down low, all alone underneath. That was Javon Jones, and he lays it in. Tied up at 4 minutes into this first. We're approaching our first media timeout, rather. Richard with the miss. The rebound is grabbed by Vargas, and at the other end, a reverse layup gives Olney Central the lead. That was Bethia. Turning into a track meet that last 2 trips. B.J. Dooling, head of the arc. Now to the near side for Jordan Logan. Looks like Mac going to bring in a fresh 5. Logan ahead of the arc. He'll work it to the far side. B.J. Dooling now to the foul line. Dooling, righty runner, wouldn't go. He's fouled. He's going to go shoot 2. Foul is the first on Olney Central. It's also the first on, who do they put that on? Jalil Bethia. All right, it's 6-4, Olney Central. B.J. Dooling will have free throws when we come back. 15:31 to go in the first. Media timeout. You're listening to MAC Athletics on KFMO.
Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online. Business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world.
First free throw for B.J. Dooling. He makes it. Mac trails by a point, 6-5. 15:31 to go in the first. Jared Pettis, Connor Harbert, Landon Keene, our entire crew. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Stotziger on Farmington. Jonathan Steffen in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home, business, or life insurance. Dooling goes 2 for 2 at the line to our left. And coming in for him, A.J. Thomas. Fresh 5 on the floor for Mac. It's Thomas, C.J. Claxton, D.R.A. Duncan, Marcellus Phillips, and A.J. Walker. Up top, this is Vargas on the near side, and a foul called against Mac. Marcellus Phillips pushed from behind, his first and the team's second.
Yeah, Phillips a little bit too hot coming in there trying to get out and close out on the right wing there and picks up the body foul.
Inbounding on the baseline, that is Kasem Nash. Sends it to Logan Webb. Webb sends it up top for Bethia. Down low hook shot, that falls in. Javon Jones, he's got 4. It's 8-6 Olney Central. On the near side, now for A.J. Thomas. Down low, D.R.A. Duncan, lay it off glass and in. Duncan with his first field goal of the night. The 6'9 sophomore from Queens, New York, makes it An 8-8 game. Olney Central trying to answer back. Logan Webb on the near side. Hands it off for Bethia. Bethia had it poked out by Mack from behind. A.J. Walker touched it out of bounds. 14:44 on the game clock as Kasem Nash inbounds in front of us. Nash throws it to backcourt for Bethia. A.J. Thomas, check that, A.J. Walker all over Bethia. Bethia to the near side, gets around Walker. Teardrop runner with the left hand, off window, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and Nash comes away with it. Up top, Logan Webb. Step left three, Logan Webb, off iron, and it wouldn't go. There's Marcellus Phillips. Outlet, A.J. Walker. Now to Phillips again, hop step through, up and underneath move, can't hit the layup, and a foul from behind. And listen to this call, Connor. Push in the back.
It was not over the back.
It was not over the back.
It was not over the back.
That's not a call. D.R.A. Duncan with his first and the team's third on the rebounding attempt. So the foul goes on Matt after that miss from Marcellus Phillips. Far side, Logan Webb. Bounce pass up top for Javon Jones. Underhand toss for Jalil Bethia. Logan Webb at the far elbow. Couple of jab steps. Shot clock at 10. Logan Webb, another pivot down low. Hook shot wouldn't go. Got his own rebound underneath. Players fight for it. He comes out of the phone booth and resets the offense. Throws it over the head of the player coming to get it. That's a turnover. A.J. Walker can't hit the shot. It's blocked. And it'll be Mac Ball. It goes out of bounds. Preston Turner back into the game for Marcellus Phillips. And Connor, this is something that Olney Central might not be able to keep up with as the game goes along. Mac is going to have fresh players the majority of time on the floor because they have 5 and more they can bring in off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the problem you have when you only have 8 players. You just can't go as deep as you'd like to. Obviously, that's not something they plan for, but it's something they have to live with now.
D.R.A. Duncan misses a shot. Rebound put back. Missed that one as well. Rebounded by C.J. Claxton. He's fouled going up with it. Claxton's got 2 free throws, and the foul is called on Bethia, his second, and the second on Olney Central. Two free throws for C.J. Claxton. 13:36 to go in the first quarter, and Big Country's coming into the game. Caden Miller.
Claxton, a 54.5% free throw shooter. He's 6 for 11 for the season.
First free throw, no good for Claxton. And now Big Country will make his entrance. Coming in for Jalil Bethia, Caden Miller. Folks, I know you were listening on the radio, but Big Country, a fitting nickname. Just by the way he looks like a basketball player. C.J. Claxton splits the trip at the free throw line. It's 9-8 Mac. 13:30 to go in the first half. On the near side, this is Kasem Nash, coast to coast with a lay-in. Oh, it falls off, and D.R.A. Duncan has the rebound after the miss by Nash. Out of the backcourt, this is Mack. Now for A.J. Thomas. Kick it out. C.J. Claxton, near corner 3 wouldn't go, and Nash grabs the rebound. We had a Nash miss and a Claxton rebound, then a Claxton miss and a Nash rebound. Near side, this is Cristobal Vargas, taking it on the near wing. Through a screen set by Big Country to the far side for Jones. Jones holding at his waist. 15 on the shot clock. Jones trying to work around D.R.A. Duncan. The 2 bigs in the game for either side, and he can't get around him. Has to get it off to Logan Webb. Step back 3 straight on, wouldn't go. Big Country has the offensive rebound. Spin around, jumper down low, can't hit, and Claxton's got the board. Out of the backcourt, A.J. Thomas on the far side. Thomas to the paint. Runner wouldn't go. Claxton offensive rebound put back. He's got 3. And it's 11-8 Mac. 12.5 to go in the first half. Logan Webb in the backcourt looks up floor through a screen set by Jones. Now Webb crosses the timeline. Webb taking it on the far side. Preston Turner is there. Through a screen set by Big Country. Webb's got it again. 12-10 to go in the first. Shot clock at 10. Jones has it ahead of the arc. Everybody covered. Mack in man-to-man defense. Shot clock at 5. Pass was deflected away. D.R.A. Duncan touches it to Preston Turner. C.J. Claxton floated it up. Turner lobs it to Duncan, who slams it home. A dunk. 13-8 Mack. 11:50 to go, and in the next stoppage, we'll get a media timeout. Logan Webb on the near side, trying to get around Preston Turner, can't. Kind of pushed off of him, got away with it. Webb head of the arc, unloads from there. That misses everything. That goes out of bounds. And now we get our media timeout. 11:37 to go in the first. Mack leads by 5, 13-8 midway through the half on KFMO.
At Belgrade State Bank, we're proud to support our local students. For over a century, we've been more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in our youth, we help build a brighter future, from the classroom to the field. We're here to support our students every step of the way. Belgrade State Bank, proud supporters of our local schools and the next generation. A wise place to do business.
To 8, 11:35 to go in the first half. Mac leads. They have possession. Marcellus Phillips kick it out to Walker. Here's Turner down low. Fadeaway shot. Doesn't go when he's fouled. Preston Turner going to shoot 2. The foul is on Logan Webb. His first and the third Olney Central foul. Both sides with 3 fouls. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Sansegraw, located on St. Genevieve Avenue in Farmington, and Jonathan Steffen at North State Street in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home, business, or life insurance. Turner hits the first free throw. 14-8 Mac leads. Sorry, Connor.
Cardinals shooting well to start the game from the line, 5 of 6.
That's a place they've struggled from through times this season from the foul line. Turner hits them both. It's 15-8, 11:22 to go in the first half. Jared Pettis, Connor Harbert, Landon Keene with you. Logan Webb across the timeline. Webb on the near side. Going to work around Preston Turner and Kent. Up top for Caden Miller. Miller send it down low, cutting. That was Cristobal Vargas. Threw it behind him and out of bounds. That's another Olney Central turnover.
That's the 5th turnover for the Blue Knights here in, well, just shy of the halfway point of the first half here, and it's been a problem so far. Compared that to just 1 turnover for the Cardinals thus far.
9 minutes gone in the first half. Marcellus Phillips, check that. That's A.J. Thomas through a double screen. Now for A.J. Walker into the corner for C.J. Claxton. Nearly threw it out of bounds. Claxton has to get it up top to Thomas. Now to the far side, Walker into the corner, Preston Turner. Max shot clock down to 10. Turner looking inside, trying to work around his defender, and Logan Webb does, but his spin-around jumper misses everything. 4 on the shot clock, DeAre Duncan. 2 on the shot clock, Duncan. Spin move, that's not going to count. That's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, just that time not aware of the shot clock. Move took too long to kind of develop that time. It was a good move, unfortunately. Just need a couple more seconds to actually execute.
If the shot clock was 31 seconds, he would have hit that. Instead, it expired as he was unloading for the shot. Logan Webb on the near side. He'll back into the corner. Now cut back to the basket. It was rolling along the baseline. He picked it up. Ball still on the floor. He finds Javon Jones. 8 on the shot clock. Nash on the near side of the corner. Nash through a screen. Cutting back. 2 on the shot clock. Nash 1 on the shot clock. That's a shot clock violation. It would have fallen too. Back-to-back possessions where had it been a 31-second shot clock, those buckets would have counted.
Official petition to make the shot clock 31 seconds. Literally the same thing happens over on the other side. Drain the 3 would have been the first 3 of the game, but unfortunately just waited a step too long.
Petition denied.
Okay.
By the way, I am the rules maker.
That's fine.
Here. No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. On the first side, here's Jordan Richard. That's a sight to see. Up top. Down low, they find A.J. Thomas, who's fouled as he takes it. He hits it, and 1 coming up. The foul called against Kasem Nash. His first and the team's 4th. Fans walking around on the catwalk, Connor. I am going to call him out. With Kirby's head. What'd they do with Kirby? And 1, good. Bank for A.J. Thomas, the traditional 3-point play.
Well, Kirby's over here.
What? Two Kirby heads?
Two Kirby?
Two Kirby heads? No, there's two Kirby.
The curtain is being peeled back before our very eyes.
What is this? For the fans listening on the radio, there are a pair of ladies as Mac turns it over. Sit it out, 3 ball, far side Thomas, too strong. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be only Central ball. With a Kirby suit, it's not being worn, and they're holding Kirby's head. And there's another Kirby down here on the baseline. Dressed.
It's like finding out Santa isn't real. There's more than one Kirby. That makes no sense. Ignore me.
Santa is real. You can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, come on now. You can't find out that he's not real.
I'm sorry.
9:23 to go, 18-8 on the far side, only Central. How dare you?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
For the record, Connor still believes he's just making a joke.
Yeah.
Webb on the far side, taking it to the baseline. Webb nearly lost it as Preston Turner pulled the seat out from under him, and now he's going to throw it away. Up and out of the backcourt, A.J. Thomas to the bucket. Good on the lay-in through traffic. Thomas with 5. And it's 20-8 Mac. 8:55 to go in the first.
Yeah, that was a soft touch there. 2 Blue Knights going up. 2 Blue Knights had a chance at blocking that shot, but Thomas still able to find a way to put that one off the glass.
18-footer from Nash wouldn't fall, and Preston Turner has the rebound. Mac with another possession. Up 20-8. Kick it out near side. A walk as the pass was delivered by Thomas. Turns the ball over. And, it was an 8-6 game at one point, Mac, on a 14-0 run.
Yeah, they've definitely
This is the second game today you've seen a 14-0 run.
Saw one earlier today in the championship, the Fredericktown tournament. Of course, we'll hope that Mac doesn't suffer the same fate as the team that went on that 14-0 run. Hillsborough ultimately falling in that matchup.
Logan Webb on the near side. Met by a couple of defenders. Webb swings it down low for Javon Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Jones fadeaway jumper from 12 feet. That rattles off. And Jordan Richard has the rebound. 8:15 to go in the first half. Richard bounce pass behind DeAre Duncan. Spin around to get it. And a foul is called on the floor going against Javon Jones. His first and the 5th on Olney Central. Mac will inbound on the baseline. Duncan lining up for free throws, but the foul was on the floor. Couple of substitutions. P.J. Dooling and Joseph Scott coming in.
Joseph Scott checking in for Mac and Edwin Dooling Jr.
Duncan coming out, as is A.J. Thomas. Scott checks in. Turner catch and shoot 3 near corner. Nothing but net. Preston Turner's got 7. 23-8 with 8:05 left in half number 1, and a foul on the inbound. It's A.J. Walker. His first and the 4th on the Cards.
Hey, Cole.
On the far side, it's Logan Webb. Webb up the floor. Lob it into the corner for Vargas. Vargas nearly lost it. It was poked away and out of bounds off of Mac. B.J. Dooling with great defense knocked that one out. Media timeout, 7:47 to go in the first. 23-8. Mac leads Olney Central. We'll take a break, get you back to the Bob Seekers Fieldhouse after this on the Parkland Sports Leader, KFMO.
I'm not.
Back here at the Bob, 7:47 to go in the first. 23-8. Mac leads. And somebody has spilled their Skittles. Or I guess you could say somebody's lost their marbles. In the front row, no less, on the far side. So there are Skittles on the floor. And that is also where the inbound will be. And so it'll be a second. and it looks like it might also be a drink that was spilled as well. All right, 7:47 to go in the first. 23-8, the Cardinals lead. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Sonsegar in Farmington, Jonathan Steffen in Deloge. Mariah Dallas is actually the one who lost the Skittles or M&Ms, and also her drink. Here comes Jim Gerwitz and the official. So three people cleaning up the spill. Mariah Dallas, of course, had a big game today for the Lady Cardinals and their win over Illinois Central. Forgot who they played momentarily. It feels like it's been a day ago. Yes, it has been a long day. Been a busy week for you, Connor. Thank you for stepping up this week and covering for me as I was feeling under the weather at times this week. It's been a busy week. This is our 17th broadcast game of the week.
Yes. And how many of those games have I called?
I called 2 on Monday and 1 and then 2 today. So you've called, let's see.
4 on Tuesday.
So you called
4 on Tuesday,
12.
4, 2, 2, 2, 3.
Yep. Oh, yeah, 13 today and counting today.
This is literally the third game today. Of course, off from Fredericktown earlier.
Athlete of the week, Connor Harbert.
Finally, somebody recognized me around here. Starting to maybe get a little bit tired out there. So, Mac, larger roster. We've seen them cycle in 4.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University.
No run. Teams getting all out of the bench areas. They await. It looks like they almost.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU.
The ball into the hoop. It has been a struggle out there offensively for them right now. In fact, no three-pointers today. They're 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. And they're shooting about just under 50%, but also not really able to get a whole lot of shots off so far. They have 7 turnovers as a unit.
All right, Logan Webb receives the inbound. Play back in action. Cristobal Vargas on the far side lobs it down low for Javon Jones. Kick it out, corner 3, Kasem Nash. Askin they shall receive. Nash with the big 3, 23-14.
23-11.
23-11. They added 6?
They added 6 at first, but it is 23-11.
All right. I was about to say, that didn't seem correct. They fixed that. Mac nearly had the turnover. Or, I beg your pardon, Olney Central nearly had the turnover. Mac gets it back, and Jordan Logan checks into the game. BJ Dooling will inbound. 23-11 the score. 7:16 to go in the first half. Dooling inbounds for A.J. Walker. Walker between the circles to set up an offensive play. Awfully quiet here at the bottom, and we get a foul off the ball going against Logan Webb. His second, and that is Olney Central's last foul to give before Mac is in the bonus.
And we got an awful long time here before the end of the first half. Still 7:11 on the clock. So Mac is already shooting about 80% or so from the free throw line or somewhere thereabouts. Not really a team you want to send to the line right now. So Olney Central needs to be careful. Also just the prospect of foul trouble.
Dooling cuts to the basket. A.J. Walker found him, and Dooling lays it in. 4 for Dooling, 25-11 Mac. Jalil Bethia in the backcourt, check back in. He's got 2 personal fouls, as does Logan Webb. Dooling nearly had the steal. Nash across the timeline. No look pass down low. He finds Jones underneath. Hook shot, hops off the iron, and Jordan Logan has the rebound. Coming out of the backcourt, this is Walker. Got it to Logan, and he lays it in off glass. Jordan Logan makes it 27-11. This one getting out of hand. If you're Olney Central, you need to hit a big shot here. 6.5 to go in the first. Far side, Bethea, coast to coast. And a foul is whistled. Mac Faithful didn't like that one.
Let's see if that one's with the body.
It was a blocking foul on Jordan Logan, his first and the team's fifth. 2 free throws for Jalil Bethea.
That one was definitely clean all ball up top. It was the down below that was the issue that time.
6:25 to go in the first. Free throws at the line to our right. First chances for Olney Central from the foul line. No good on the first. Olney as a team only shooting 60% from the courtesy stripe. Second free throw for Bethea. That one's good. He splits the trip. Bethea's got 3. 27-12. Out of the backcourt, A.J. Walker picked up his dribble. Kick it out, Jordan Logan. Far wing 3, that's short. Barely grazed the iron. Bethea came back to get the rebound. Bethea picks up the pace. 6:10 to go in the first. Bethea kick it out near side from downtown Park Hills. Nash can't get that one. Man, he was way out on that one. And the rebound's grabbed by Jordan Logan. B.J. Dooling, outlet for A.J. Walker. Into the corner, catch and shoot 3. Turner rattles off. Offensive rebound, Joseph Scott. Scott back out, near wing 3. A.J. Walker drained it. 3 for Walker. It's 30-12. Mac, 30-13 rather. Nope, it is 30-12. My apologies. I can't read today. On the far side, Bethea. Outlet, Javon Jones. Working to the foul line. Jones into the far corner for Vargas. Up top, this is Bethea. 3 from downtown, no good. Offensive rebound, put back. Big Country Miller and the foul to go with it. Foul is on Scott, his second, and the team's 6th. A 6'4 freshman with 5.5 to go. Big Country shooting the and one. And one good. Marcellus Phillips checks in. Mac has Olney Central doubled up, 30-15. Inbound to the backcourt, B.J. Dooling. Dooling up the floor. Lob it for Joseph Scott. Scott, bounce pass cutting Preston Turner. Easy lay-in. He beat Bethea to the rim, and Turner's got 9.
Yeah, Turner's quick first step that time allowed him to get by the defender, and it was a nice pass to boot. So nice little 1-2 punch there.
Kasem Nash spinning around at the logo. Taking it to the near side, hands it off for Bethea. And I was about to say A.J. Walker got away with some hands. And as soon as I made that thought, he gets called for it on the second chance. You're not going to get away with it twice. Walker commits a second. It's a 1-on-1 for Olney Central. As with under 5 to go, 4:59 to be exact, Mac has put the Blue Knights in the bonus. It's Bethea with the 1-on-1. First free throw. Whew, airballed, not out of bounds. You don't often see that at the college level.
Yeah, you know, it's not to overanalyze it or anything, but when you're trying to put it right through the hoop, sometimes it can be a little bit too easy just to put too much of a soft touch, and I think that's what happened to Bethea right there.
Joseph Scott hands it off B.J. Dooling, far side, and gets it back. Back to Dooling, far side 3, foul off the ball. It's going against Mac. And it's Joseph Scott, that's his 3rd. Olney Central will inbound on the baseline in the backcourt. Scott coming out, D.R.A. Duncan coming in. Inbound for Bethea. Working up the floor as he crosses the timeline. 4:35 to go in the first. Through a screen set by Jones. They get it back to him. It was poked away. D.R.A. Duncan out of the backcourt. Duncan, backhand pass to B.J. Dooling. Dooling doesn't reverse it. He sends it down low for Duncan. Hop step through. We get a foul off the ball. I believe this one's going against Javon Jones. And it'll be D.R.A. Duncan to shoot a 1-on-1 at the line to our left. Jones commits his second, 7th Olney Central foul. 4:22 to go in the first. 32-15. Mac leads a 1-on-1 for D.R.A. Duncan.
Duncan going to step to the line here. He's a 57 58 if you want to go ahead and round it up there. 58% free throw shooter. Gets to the line a lot, though. He's 22 of 38.
First free throw. No good. Doesn't get the bonus. Rebound loose on the floor, and Olney Central comes away with it. That's Kasem Nash. Nash to the far side for Vargas. Vargas nearly had it poked away. Preston Turner got away with hands on the chest. To the near side, this is Nash. Kick it into the corner. Vargas. Pump fake. Step left. 3. Got it. Nothing but net. Vargas makes it 32-18. 4 minutes to go. Ooh, a deep 2 rather, not a 3. My apologies. And a walk by Preston Turner turns the ball over. Media timeout. 3:57 to go in the first. 32-17. You're listening to MAC Athletics on the Parkland Sports Leader, KFMO, and KFMO Sports Plus.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll
.338 to go in the first, 32-19. Big Country with the slam. Preston Turner and the MAC Cardinals trying to answer. Marcellus Phillips on the near side. A low block. Trying to work into the paint. Does. Shot off window, no good, and he's fouled. And if they give him continuation, he's shooting 2. The foul is called against Big Country. His first and the team's 8th. It will be Phillips to the line to shoot 2. 3:27 to go. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agents Mike Saltzgar on Farmington, Jonathan Steffen in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home, business, or life insurance. Phillips with his first. Good. First point of the game for Marcellus Phillips. A sophomore, stands at 6'5", graduate from New Madrid, Missouri. Second free throw. Rattles in. Phillips hits them both. Mac leads 34-19. Nearly a 5 count, and the ball going to be thrown away no matter what because Diori Duncan intercepts that inbound pass. As they tried for the Hail Mary, did Olney Central, and we got an injury on the floor. Marcellus Phillips looks to be poked in the face. Rico Coleman going to come to the floor. Phillips in some difficulty on the bench. He's going to have to scoot, or at least go down to the end of the bench. He's still on the playing surface. And now he takes a seat, or gets closer to the seats. BJ Dueling inbounding for A.J. Thomas. 3:18 on the game clock. Preston Turner, uncontested 3 near wing, rattle it in. Turner's not going to miss those. He's got 12. 3:10 left in the first half. It's 37-19. Jalil Bethia trying to work up the floor. Crosses the timeline, pass poked away. Diari Duncan with another steal. Duncan for B.J. Dueling. Got it to Preston Turner. Down low. This is Rico Coleman off window and in. Coleman. Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, what was great about that, you go about 75% of the floor with only one dribble. That one dribble was Coleman just to get to the basket that time. Great passing down the floor there.
It's a 20-point game, 39-19. And Connor, those were just points 3 and 4 for Rico Coleman this season. Bethea, 15-footer, no good. Duncan comes away with the rebound, and now it's touched to A.J. Thomas. Thomas out of the backcourt. Disrupted the dribble. Preston Turner steps into one. 15-footer from Turner. That rattles off, and it's grabbed by Javon Jones. Jones to the near side, Kasem Nash. Nash working up the floor around B.J. Dooling. Hook shot off the side of the backboard. Dooling comes away with the rebound. Dooling up the floor. Mack 3-on-3. Now for Rico Coleman. Backdoor pass. Duncan slam dunk. 6 for Duncan. 41-19 Mack. And C.J. Claxton will check in at the next stoppage with 1:50 left in the first half. On the far side, Nash into the corner for Vargas. Dribble drive on the baseline, tripped over his own feet. And I'm going to be honest, A.J. Thomas might have got away with the trip. At the other end, D.R.A. Duncan to the basket. Hump step down low, off glass and in. Duncan's got 8. He has played sharp off the bench, 43-19. Vargas all alone underneath. Bethea looks him off and goes coast to coast and lays it in. Bethea with 5. 43-21. Rico Coleman down low. Sends it to D.R.A. Duncan. Left-handed layup off window and in. Duncan's got 10 again. Man, these Cardinals are stretching the floor, and only Central's winded. Vargas on the far side bounces it for Bethea. Bethea at the peak of the Cardinal logo. 65 seconds left in the first half. Bethea trying to work away from a defender. Can't. Now for Big Country. 3 far side. Brings the rain with it, but doesn't hit. Preston Turner grabs the rebound. Turner outlet for Coleman. Back to Turner. Back to Coleman, far side. Coleman working around a defender on the baseline. Picked up his dribble, couple of pivots and got loose, but can't hit the lay-in. Javon Jones with the rebound. Jones on the far side. 35 seconds left. Andrew Starkey from Fredericktown, he's ready to check in as well. Bethea around a defender, lay-in good in the foul, and it's going against B.J. Dooling. His first and the team's 9th. Bethea with 7, the and 1 coming up. 27.4 to go in the first, 45-23. Andrew Starkey graduated from Fredericktown. He has 5 points this season. This is his 7th game, or 7th appearance of the year. The and 1 rolls out. C.J. Claxton has the rebound. 25 seconds left. Andrew Starkey back to B.J. Dooling. Near wing 3. Yes, nothing but net. Dooling. He's got 7, and with 18 to go, Logan Webb back in. He will inbound. 13 seconds left. Olney Central dribbled it off of his leg. Coming away with it, C.J. Claxton. Game clock down to 10. Here's B.J. Dooling. Lost it down low. Dooling back out. Starkey with 5. Starkey. Oh, it's no good. Rebounded by Duncan. A second on the clock. Duncan. Did he get it off? He did not. 48-23. Mack leads at the half as the buzzer sends us to break. Mack leading again, 48-23. KFMO Sports Halftime Report follows this break. You're listening to Mack Athletics on KFMO.
approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU.
Banking with people like you, Unico Bank. We put you first in everything we do. Large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. We're your local hometown bank, your friends and neighbors too. Banking with people like you, Unico Bank.
At Belgrade State Bank, we're proud to support our local students. For over a century, we've been more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in our youth, we help build a brighter future, from the classroom to the field. We're here to support our students every step of the way. Belgrade State Bank, proud supporters of our local schools and the next generation. A wise place to do business.
My name's Nick Vargo. I'm the lead service advisor in the Pettis Ford Service Department. We are owned and operated by two different families. We treat you guys like a family. You're not just a number on the board to us. You're actually a family member when you come in and get great service. And that's what we strive for, is to create a family environment in the dealership.
Community is everything to us.
Guys, if you want a family-owned and operated dealership that does strive for excellence, we'll get you taken care of.
Come to Pettis Automotive, where we treat you like family.
St. Louis's favorite pizza has always been Square. And now so are our deals. Introducing Square Deals at Emo's Pizza. Now earn rewards faster. Sign up for Square Deals on the Emo's Pizza app or website and get your first 2 squares for free. Emo Square Deals. Order Emos, collect squares, get free pizza.
Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended in the Parkland. The definition of recommended is to be worthy of trust, and they don't take that lightly. They treat your vehicle like it's their own. Your neighbors, your family, and your friends are now satisfied customers because you recommended them. When you need collision repair, don't just take it anywhere. Take it to Kevin Ball's Auto Body in Park Hills, the most recommended, because your car hasn't looked this new since it was new.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended by far.
Come see us after the game.
48-23 at halftime. Connor, that was an up-and-down first half from both teams. It was a good start for Olney Central, and then Mac just started stretching out the floor, and there was nothing that Olney Central could do. They could not keep up with this one. We're 4 minutes away from the second half. What does Olney Central need to do to adjust in this one?
Well, they got to slow it down. They got to slow down the pace of play here because at the end of the day, you are a small roster. And I know that kind of maybe hurts. I know probably some of these players are just used to playing that up-tempo style of basketball, but you're not going to win a sprint here with the Mineral Area College Cardinals. At the end of the day, Mineral Area can bring in 5 new fresh guys, and if you tie yourself out, you don't have that ability there. So you've got to maybe start thinking about slowing it down, getting it into the half court, and then hope that you hit some shots down the way. Of course, when you've gotten into the half court today, it's not really been a success for Olney Central. They're only shooting 35% from the field after all, but I think that's the first step in a long process. Again, 25 points is a lot to make up, but you got to do what you got to do here. Maybe you start thinking about the next game, but at the end of the day, you got to slow it down.
Yeah, this is that, and they're not really getting inside that much, only because they haven't had sustained pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the guys on the roster here. I mean, you don't really have a lot of height compared to Mineral Area College as well. You do have Javon Jones in there. He has been able to bring in quite a few boards here today. He's got 4 points here at the moment. But this is a guard-heavy team. Guys out there like Cristobal Vargas, 6'4", but he plays outside. You're talking about Jalil Bethia. He's 6'3", but also he handles the point. You also look at guys like Kasem Nash and Caden Miller, Logan Webb. They're all guards. So you don't really have much of an inside presence to be had as well, and that's another reason why you have to maybe get that field goal percentage up because you just don't have a lot of options. So we'll see what they can do, but I mean, if you can start feeding the ball to Jones, let him maybe go to work, that could be a way out. Maybe start kind of hammering into these Mineral Area Cardinals a little bit.
At the half, it's 48-23. That'll wrap up our halftime report when we come back. Second half action, the Cardinals lead by 15, 48-23. Check that, by 25, 48-23.
Move. Why are these not my kickers?
BJ Dooling out of the half. 15 seconds in, hits a 3. Make it 51-23 Cards. Nearly a full half left to play. Logan Webb up the floor for Olney Central. Out for Bethia, far side. Here's Javon Jones. Team switch sides. Webb and Olney Central now right to left on your listening device. Left to right if you're watching on the Mineral Area Athletics YouTube channel. On the far side, that's Jones from way out. Can't hit that. Offensive rebound, Webb. Doesn't go up with it. Still kicks it out. Far side three, Kasem Nash drained it, nothing but net. 6 for Nash. 51-26. Not even a minute into this second half. Scott trying to work around Jones. Does. Puts it over his head, but can't hit, and Jones has the rebound. Now for Logan Webb. Webb on the far side. Backs off into the feathers of the Cardinal logo at center floor. Head of the arc for Bethia. Met by a defender. Trying to work around the defender. Bethia pivots down low. Shot was blocked. He got his own rebound. Back to the near side for Kasem Nash. Nash trying to get around B.J. Dooling. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Nash, step back jumper as time expired on the shot clock, and he got it. A deep 2. Nash with 8. 51-28. On the near side, Dooling into the corner. Preston Turner. Dribble drive on the baseline. Oh, can't hit the layup. I thought he was going to go up and slam, and I think in midair he changed his mind and missed the layup, left it short. Rebounded by Logan Webb. Webb now on the near side, taking it underneath. Reverse layup on Turner, can't hit. Rebounded by Scott. Now Dooling out of the backcourt. Lob it over the head of Scott, down low for Logan. Slam dunk, Jordan Logan. He's got 4, 53-28. And the inbound for Olney Central finds its way to Jalil Bethia. Bethia on the far side through a screen set by Jones. Pump fake from Nash. Got it to Webb, head of the arc. Now to the far side for Jones again. Jones at the far wing. Shot clock at 10. Check that down to 8. Webb on the near side. Hands it off. Fake the handoff. Webb now hands it off to Nash on the near wing. Shot clock going to expire. That shot will not count. Shot clock violation, man. The MAC defense is really making Olney Central look for that shot.
Yeah, I was going to say that might not be Olney Central not really recognizing the shot clock there. That is just straight up great defense that time from Mineral Area. Just had no choice but to try to take the contested three, and well, it was so contested that shot didn't stand a prayer.
3 minutes gone in this half. Jordan Richard cuts to the basket. Joseph Scott couldn't get it to him, and he threw it away. And it'll be Olney Central ball.
That's just the 5th turnover of the game here for Mineral Area. They've really taken care of the ball well so far for the first 24 minutes of this contest.
In the backcourt, Vargas trying to work out of the backcourt to the far side. Preston Turner poked it away. Jordan Scott picks it up. Check that, Jordan Logan. Now for Preston Turner, lob to Logan. Can't hit. Scott with the offensive rebound putback. Joseph Scott, my apologies. It was Jordan Richard with the steal in the backcourt. A lot of Jordans and Josephs on this MAC team. Still trying to work out the kinks and figure out the numbers. Far side, Logan Webb. Hands it off for Bethia. Bethia through the lane. We get a whistle and a foul on the floor. Going against Joseph Scott. That's his 4th. The first on MAC. Foul was on the floor. The inbound will be Kasem Nash. Inbound for Logan Webb. 10-footer, got it. Nice jump shot from Logan Webb. And MAC now in transition up the floor. Here's B.J. Dooling to the near side for Jordan Logan. Pull-up jumper from 18. That one's short. Logan Webb's got the rebound. 55-30. MAC leads. 4 minutes gone in the second. Meaning at the next stoppage, we'll have a media timeout. Webb on the near side, hands it off for Bethia. He'll get it between the circles. The MAC defense all over the Blue Knight offense. Down low for Vargas, working along the baseline, walked and turned it over. And we get our media timeout. 15:50 to go in the second, 55-30. MAC up by 25. You're listening to MAC Athletics on KFMO. 30, Mac leads. That media timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Sansegraw on St. Genevieve Avenue in Farmington, and Jonathan Steffen on North State Street in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home business, or life insurance. Jordan Logan on the near wing. Up top for B.J. Dooling. Through a screen set by Logan. Dooling cuts to the basket, beats the defender Nash, and lays it in. Dooling's got 12. That ties Preston Turner for the team lead. Logan Webb presses up the floor. Webb met by a defender. That was poked away by Jordan Richard and stolen. Jordan Richard lob it to Logan, and he can't dunk it, and we get a whistle. They're going to call that goaltending because the ball was up on the iron on the lob. So Richard is going to be statted with that miss. Jalil Bethia on the near side. Fadeaway shot from 12, can't hit. And the rebound grabbed by Preston Turner. Turner to the far side at the wing. Turner up top for Jordan Logan. Logan going to work his way to the basket. Kick it out into the corner. B.J. Dooling. Cut back in. Kick it out. That's Richard to Logan. Back to Richard. Doesn't take the straight on three. Shot clock at 15. Richard going to get to the basket. And Jordan Richard gets his first bucket of the game. 59-30. Mac by 29. 14:45 to go in the second.
Yeah, it was previously 0 for 4 in this game, but that time a nice little dribble drive to the basket and easily beat his man Big Country.
Logan Webb, now to Miller on the near side. Hand it off to Nash. Nash straight on three. Got it. 11 for Nash. Well, looks like the MAC defense just let him take that shot too.
Yeah, Nash has been a bright spot today for Olney Central. He's been shooting well. That was his second three of the half to go along with that long two earlier.
Straight on three from Jordan Logan doesn't go. Joseph Scott has the rebound put back. He's got 6, 61-33, 14-10 left in regulation. And Olney Central in the backcourt, Logan Webb. Well, he's got to get across the timeline. He's only got 1 second to get across. And he was right at the 10 count as he got across. On the far side, he bounced it for Miller. Back to the near side, Nash. Andrew Starkey ready to check in. Nash going to take it to the cup, can't hit. And the rebound is grabbed by Joseph Scott. Here's B.J. Dooling. Back to Scott. Scott around a pair of defenders with a lay-in. Scott with 8. 13:35 to go.
Yeah, getting to the basket is just really, really easy right now for Mineral Area. That time, nothing really special. Just kind of saw that Scott was approaching the top of the key. Just a soft bounce pass back, and well, nobody really gave him any kind of resistance.
13:31 to go in the second. It's a 30-point game. Andrew Starkey back in. Coast-to-coast play. Bethia can't hit the layup. Javon Jones lost the rebound. 3-on-1 quick break. And a no-look pass to nobody. That was Jordan Logan. Down low. Had a man on him. Trying to go to Preston Turner and threw it way out of bounds. Almost 10 feet away from Preston Turner. Not even close to him on the no-look pass. That's something you can get away with in a 30-point game. Logan Webb inbounds for Kasem Nash. Nash backs towards the perimeter. My goodness, apologies. After getting across the timeline, Webb up top for Javon Jones. Now to the far side for Nash again. Pick and roll back to Jones. He's on the baseline. 10 on the shot clock up top for Big Country Miller. Now to the near side, Bethia. Bethia through a screen set by Miller. Bethia into the corner. Nash contested three. Still got it. Kasem Nash with 14.
Yeah, it's definitely great for Mineral Area that Nash didn't have quite this same stroke in the first half because everything he's taken right now is going down. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc here in this half now.
Preston Turner on the near side at the wing. 12.5 to play in regulation. Andrew Starkey, far side, lob it down low for Joseph Scott. Fakes a pass. Scott back out, Jordan Logan. Catch and shoot three far wing. That one's short. He's going to get his own rebound in the far corner. Up top for Starkey. Starkey to the near side for Dooling. Lob it down low. Preston Turner was poking up, but Webb got to it. Lost it out of bounds. Somehow stayed in and kept it alive. Miller in the backcourt finds Nash. Great effort there by Logan Webb to keep that one alive. Nash faked a three. Gets it back at the far wing. Can't take one. Starkey's all over him. Nash cuts to the basket. Can't hit. He's fouled. Foul going against Starkey. His first and the team's second. And that will put Nash at the line to shoot two. Media timeout, 11:58 to go in the second. 63-36. Mac leads here on AM 1240 KFMO.
My name's Nick Vargo. I'm the lead service advisor in the Pettis Ford Service Department. We are owned and operated by two different families. We treat you guys like a family. You're not just a number on the board to us. You're actually a family member when you come in and get great service. And that's what we strive for, is to create a family environment in the dealership.
Community is everything to us.
Guys, if you want a family-owned and operated dealership that does strive for excellence, we'll get you taken care of.
Come to Pettis Automotive, where we treat you like family.
Kasem Nash shoots 2 free throws at the line to our left. And Olney Central struggling from the free throw line tonight. Nash hits the first.
Yeah, just 2 of 5 in the first half. They haven't really gotten a lot of trips to the line here tonight, but when they've gotten there, it's been a bit of a struggle, although Nash, I believe, one of the better free throw shooters on this squad this year. Shooting at, 100% at just 2 for 2. Well, he's still 100 for the season. How about that? 4 for 4.
63-38, his club trails. Mac leads, 11:53 to go. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agents Mike Stotziger on Farmington, Jonathan Steffen in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home, business, or life insurance. That's a kickball violation. Mac will inbound on the baseline. And it'll be A.J. Walker to throw it in. Walker, Duncan, Logan, Claxton, Starkey on the floor for Mac. Inbound to Claxton in the near corner. Now for Starkey at the near wing. Up top for Jordan Logan. To the far side, Walker. Walker through a screen. Got it to Logan on the pick and roll. He'll cut to the basket. Can't lay it in, but he's fouled. He's shooting 2. Foul is called on Jalil Bethia. That's his third and the team's first of the half. Jordan Logan at the line this season, 53%, 9 for 17. Make him 10 of 18. He hits the first. Mac as a team, I believe you've mentioned it already, Connor, 67%. That's a number that's been growing every game. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, C.J. Claxton. Claxton back out for A.J. Walker. Back to Claxton, far corner 3. He rattles off. Logan knocked the rebound away, and Nash will let it go out of bounds. This Mac team struggled early on from the free throw line. You know, it is interesting to see high school players have success from the free throw line and then struggle in the college. If they are ones that, make that next jump to the college basketball landscape. Because that is like one of the only lines in the sport that doesn't move. You got the three-point line moving, but not the foul line.
Yeah, you would think, but unfortunately sometimes it's just one of those things you have to keep practicing. It's one of those skills, one of those fundamentals, so to speak.
Big country with the Euro step, can't hit the lay-in, he's fouled. The foul is on C.J. Claxton, his first and the team's third. 11:03 to go in the second half, 64-38, Mac.
But again, to update you on Mac's shooting numbers, 9 of 12 now from the line, 9 of 13 for the day. Still pretty good.
Big country misses the first.
Had the and a 1 back in the first half. Second trip to the line here tonight, so he's 1 for 2.
Second free throw. No good. Logan skies for the rebound. Jose Riche checks into the game. 6'5 freshman from Spain. Hand off C.J. Claxton. Now to the near side. Jordan Logan. For De'Ari Duncan. Up top, A.J. Walker. Walker, 18-foot jump shot, won't go. Duncan's got the rebound, and he's held onto. And the foul is called against Kasem Nash. And Nash contesting the call when he had Duncan all wrapped up.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what his argument would even be there. It was a pretty.
He was two-hand on the arm pulling him.
It was a pretty open and shut kind of case right there.
Inbound to Jordan Logan. Deep two, that won't go. Duncan deflected the rebound. It pinballs around and goes out of bounds off of Olney Central. Mac ball with 15 on their shot clock. And A.J. Walker will inbound in the near corner. Walker inbounds to Claxton at the near wing. Up top for Andrew Starkey. Now to Walker at the near side again, working on perimeter. Trying to get around Nash. Does with the pull-up jumper, couldn't go. And Logan Webb grabs the board. Webb out of the backcourt to Bethea on the near side, or the far side rather. Now into the far corner, Nash. Up top near wing 3, Logan Webb. That's off the mark. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, Riche knocked away, and a foul called on the rebounding attempt. And then I think it's against Mac. It is. A.J. Walker, his third and the team's fourth. And Rico Coleman will come into the game. Coleman comes in for Andrew Starkey. 10-17 to go in regulation. Mac up 64-38. There's a steal. Jordan Logan just took that one away. In transition, Claxton lays it in. That inbound just went right to Jordan Logan.
Yeah, and Nash is saying that ball bounced off of something over there. I'm trying to look and see what it could have hit. I don't quite know unless it was that overhang.
Teardrop runner. That's Bethea. He's got it. 66-40. Mac leads. On the far side, Walker to the near wing, Logan. On perimeter, now to the foul line. Spin move, layup, no. Duncan, offensive rebound, put back with the left hand. He's got it. DeAndre Duncan's got 12. Bethea coming out of the backcourt quickly. Nearly had it poked away from the near elbow. Jumper from there, rattles off. Offensive rebound, Big Country got it with the putback. Big Country Miller make it 68-42. Duncan down low, trying to work around Big Country with a spin move. Tripped up and a foul. And if that's on Bethea, it's his fourth. It is his fourth. Third on Olney Central. Inbound on the near side. That's Rico Coleman. Up top for C.J. Claxton to the foul line. He'll hoist from there and hit it. 7 for Claxton, 70-42 Mac. 9-12 left in regulation. Bethea up the floor on the far side, playing with 4 personal fouls. Up top for Riche. Riche down low for Webb. Works around Duncan, sends it back up top. Big Country straight on 3, rattles out, rebounded by the Cards and DRA Duncan. Now for A.J. Thomas to the near side, 3. Claxton around and out. And rebounded by Claxton. Foul on Mac. DRA Duncan, his second and the team's 5th. And Marcellus Phillips comes in for Claxton. 8:44 to go in regulation. 70-42 Mac. It was A.J. Walker with the foul. On the near side, Bethea. Bethea working down to the baseline. Oh, and Duncan comes through with the block and might have got away with the foul as well as he kind of slammed through and might have got a piece of Bethea up high and no whistle on that instead of clean block.
Yeah, that was a particularly violent block there. Went up and just absolutely swatted that one away.
Kickball violation on Coleman on the inbound. 8:33 to go in regulation. 70-42 Mac. Lob on the inbound. Logan Webb comes and gets it. Webb on the near side at the wing. Marcellus Phillips poked that one away. Now on the far side, Riche. Riche up top for Miller. Handed off to Nash and a foul call. Oh, moving screen against Caden Miller. His second and the team's 4th, and Mac will get it. 8:17 to go. At what point for Mac do you start running out the clock with your possessions?
Well, it depends on if you want to keep working on your game until the end there. You know, it's a 28-point game, but you always got to think of it as a chance to get better. And for some of these players here, maybe that haven't gotten quite the same amount of minutes this year, this could be treated as a live ball situation. A good chance to, make sure that you are ready in case you do start getting more minutes down the stretch.
Jordan Logan with the miss. Logan Webb had the rebound. And at the other end, Marcellus Phillips will commit his second foul and the last foul Mac could give before Olney Central's in the bonus. And that's definitely something you don't want. You don't want to put a team that's down by nearly 30 in the bonus. Immediate stoppage, 7:58 to go in the second. Mac up 70-42. You're listening to Mac Athletics on KFMO. $7:49 to go in the second. 70-42 Mac. Logan Webb, up and underneath move on the reverse layup, wouldn't go. Jordan Logan has the rebound. Logan bounced it behind Phillips and throws it away out of bounds.
Again, that's just the 9th turnover today for Mineral Area. And again, it kind of just continues to stress that Mineral Area's done a pretty solid job here. We always knew they were kind of the favorites coming into this game, but they've taken care of the ball well. They've shot well here today. I'm pretty sure the field goal percentage has been maintained here today, at least from the first half to the second half. It's just been an all-around good night, solid night here for the Cardinals.
They lead by 28. 7.5 to play in regulation. 70-42 Mac. On the near side, Bethia for Miller. Now to the far side, Webb. Webb up top, Nash. 3 ball from Park Hills High School. That's Park Hills Central. And Nash got it.
Yeah, Nash continues to be perfect from behind the line. That makes him 4 for 4 from the three-point line here in the second half.
At the other end, Logan with the lay-in, the dunk lay-in, 72-45. Would you really count that as a dunk?
It was a very soft dunk. Hands were definitely above the rim that time, but it's kind of a...
Just kind of like slam it.
I don't really know what to call it.
Rico Coleman, players dive for it. Phillips comes away with it. Phillips with the runner. Nope. Instead, that was a pass to Duncan. Can't hit. Offensive rebound put back Coleman. 6:37 to go. 74-45. Olney Central out of the backcourt. Kasem Nash. Whistle and a injury timeout. Logan Webb coming off the floor. He's in some pain.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be somewhere in the upper body there. Maybe, trying to look here. He's running around okay as he heads to the locker room. Maybe a shoulder, maybe a... Yeah, maybe
sure.
It's got to be upper
speculate,
body.
Yeah. He was definitely favoring his left arm. 74-45. Mac leads. On the near side, Caden Miller gets it to Cristobal Vargas. Straight on three, or Vargas. Can't hit that one. It was deflected. Then Rico Coleman overshoots Diari Duncan, and it goes out of bounds. Another Mac turnover. 74-45. Mac leads. Vargas will inbound on the baseline in the backcourt. Mac still on that full court pressure. Kasem Nash back to Bethia, playing with 4 fouls. Bethia rejects a screen. 15-foot jump shot rattles out. Offensive rebound put back. Wow. Riche and the foul. Foul on A.J. Thomas, his first and the team's 7th. 5:56 to go in regulation. Mac has put Olney Central in the bonus. First for Riche, the and one, got it. The 6'5 freshman from Spain has 3 points, 74-48 Mac. Here's Phillips, got it to Walker, down low. Rico Coleman walks and turns it over. That's, 4 straight possessions for Mac with a turnover?
Yeah,
Something
I
like
believe
that.
that's 3 or 4. They had 8 about 2 minutes ago, but yeah, things are not smooth sailing over the last few possessions.
Inbound to Riche. He'll get it to Bethia. Back up top for Nash. Nash working to the near side. At the wing, taking it to the baseline. Out for Miller. Hand off to Nash through a Miller screen. Nash around the arc. Set it up top for Riche. Riche lobs it down low to Nash, cutting. Can't hit the lay-in. Duncan punched the rebound away. Big Country and Duncan collide. And it goes out of bounds off of Olney Central. Mac ball. I like that hustle from Caden Miller, also known as Big Country. Working down low on Diari Duncan. A size mismatch by 5 inches. Quick outlet. A.J. Walker looking inside. Got it to Rico Coleman. Down low for Duncan. Duncan around. Big Country reverse lay-in. Good. Duncan with 14. It's 76-48. 5 minutes left in regulation. Into the final 5. On the near side, Bethia, look out, it's poked away. Mack comes away with the ball. A.J. Walker got it to A.J. Thomas, who lays it in. 30-point game, 78-48. 4:35 left. On the far side, Nash. Ball loose, Riche just looked down and it was at his feet. Picked it up, got it back to Nash. Nash to the baseline. Layup good and the foul. Nash has 21, the N1 coming up. Foul is on A.J. Thomas, his second and the team's 8th. .426 left in regulation. 78-48. And 1 for Nash. Around and out. Phillips with the rebound. He'll get it to Rico Coleman. Coleman to Thomas. Now Phillips straight on 3. No good. Duncan deflects the rebound, but coming away with it is Vargas. Vargas up the floor. 4:10 to go. Here's Bethia. Head of the arc. Jumper from there, but he's inside the arc. Doesn't hit that one. He was about a foot inside. Rebounded by Phillips. Pass to Walker. Now for Thomas on the far side. Thomas trying to cut around Vargas. Thomas does. Layup won't go, and he's fouled. The foul going to be on Jose Riche. His first and the team's 5th. Media timeout. Our last stoppage for a media timeout in regulation. 3:53 to go in the second. Mac up 78-50 on KFMO.
St. Louis's favorite pizza has always been Square. And now so are our deals. Introducing Square Deals at Emo's Pizza. Now earn rewards faster. Sign up for Square Deals on the Emo's Pizza app or website and get your first 2 squares for free. Emo Square Deals. Order Emo's. Collect squares. Get free pizza.
A.J. Thomas commits his 3rd foul of the half. 78-50. Mac leads. 3:42 to go in regulation. Thomas missed his 2 free throws at the other end. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Kasem Nash. He's 2 for 3 from the foul line tonight. First one good. He gets the bonus shot. Nash has 22 points this game. Looking for number 23 here.
Again, Nash has been more lethal from outside the arc than inside today. You look, he's 4 for 4 from three-point land, but he's only 2 for 5 when he steps inside. So, seemingly as long as you can keep Nash from setting up outside, you've got him locked in, but Nash has had a good game here tonight.
He hits them both at 78-52, and DeAndre Duncan walks and turns it over. 3:35 left in regulation. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau, agents Mike Sansegraw on St. Genevieve Avenue in Farmington. Jonathan Steffen at North State Street in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home business, or life insurance. Logan Webb back into the game. Good to see that after he left the floor in some pain moments ago. 3 ball on the near side. Nash couldn't hit. Rebounded by Duncan. He hands it off to A.J. Thomas. Thomas out of the backcourt to the far wing for Rico Coleman. Into the far corner, Phillips. Posting up, Duncan. Trying to work around Caden Miller. Does. The lay-in goes, and the foul goes with it. Foul on Caden Miller is his 3rd and the team's 6th. Andrew Starkey checks in. Rather, he does not yet because the official said, hang on, not yet.
2 free throws.
Nope, only one.
Only one. Apologies. On a make.
DRA with the and one. No good. Phillips skies for the rebound. Touched it to Duncan. Players come together. Duncan back out. Phillips, thought about a corner 3. Sends it up top for Thomas. 3 ball from there. Nothing but net. A.J. Thomas has 10. 83-52. 2:55 to go. At the other end, Bethia airballed it. There's the Mac student section to let him hear it. Pass to the near side. Rico Coleman all alone. Slam dunk. Coleman's got 6. 2:45 left, 85-32. 85-52, my apologies. 3 at the other end, Nash wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, tap in. Riche got it. He's got 5. On the near side, here's Walker. His 3 ball missed everything. Goes out of bounds, and some substitutions. Andrew Starkey and Jordan Richard into the game.
Yeah, things are getting a little loosey-goosey right now here. Players stopping up. Quick threes, looking for plays. Of course, some of them are working. Some of them, like that last 3, are just not. Not the worst shot in the world, but maybe we could have done at least a little bit more with that basketball.
Rico Coleman commits a foul that puts Olney Central in the double bonus. I imagine Tony Irons probably is not happy with putting an opponent in the double bonus when you lead by 31. It's Kasem Nash to shoot 2.
Nash 4 for 5 from the line tonight.
First free throw, good. 24 points for Kasem Nash. Nash gets the second, and he hits the second. 25 in the game for Nash. It's 85-56. Marcellus Phillips to the far side. That's Starkey. 3 wouldn't go. Rebound grab by Riche. Riche gets it to Logan Webb up the floor. Now for Bethia in the logo. Taking it to the near wing through a screen. Can't hit that layup. Phillips knocked it away. Quick outlet. A.J. Thomas at the other end. He can't hit. Starkey with the offensive rebound putback. Every Cardinal on the roster that has seen the floor has scored. The only one that hasn't come into the game is Stephon McDonald. And he's in street clothes on the bench, so he's not playing. And an air ball turns it over. Every Mac Cardinal that's dressed tonight has scored.
Yeah, and that's encouraging to see, and that's why you continue to play in games like this. You know, you could take it half court, you could run the full 25, or the full 30 seconds, off of the clock, but you want to keep playing just like it's any other game because these guys, you want them to continue to develop and improve, and this is a great opportunity to do so with this game pretty much well in hand.
Miller with the rebound on the Jordan Richard miss from 3. 70 seconds left in regulation. Nash on perimeter on the near side. He'll work down low. Nash with the hook shot off rim and in. Great play by Nash. He's got 27. At the other end, Rico Coleman. Straight on Phillips. Straight on three. No good. Rebounded by Nash. Crossing the timeline, Webb. Picked up his dribble. Got it to Bethea on the near side. Probes in. You know, this is just the third game that Nash has played. Webb, near wing three. That's too strong. That wouldn't go. On the near side, Starkey can't hit that one. Out of the backcourt, and Bethea can't hit the dunk. 21 seconds left. It's knocked out by Mack.
Yeah, this has been kind of a game to forget here for what is normally Olney Central's leading scorer. Came into this game averaging 20.5 points per game, but he's missed his last 5 shots from the field, and he's 0 for 2 from the three-point line here tonight. Richer, though, with the three-pointer from the corner.
He's got 8. Out of the backcourt, Claxton. 15 seconds left. Starkey down low for Phillips. Back out. Back to Starkey. 10 seconds left. Is Mack going to take a shot here? Looks like they will. Richard. 5 seconds to Starkey. 3 far corner. Got it. Andrew Starkey with 1.9 on the clock. Starkey, as the inbound, will do it. Final score in this one. Mack with the winner, 90-61. Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show coming up after this on KFMO. Joining the Hopes Pub and Grill postgame show by the head coach of the Mack Cardinals, Tony Irons, getting the winner, 9th win of the season, 9-3, a 90-61 winner over Olney Central, and a game in which every player that was eligible to play scored tonight. What's that say about the offense, Coach?
I mean, again, we talked earlier today about our depth. This was a good opportunity for a lot of guys to be able to gain some confidence and play. Obviously, we got some guys that work really, really hard in practice, and it's good to see them get opportunities to go out and contribute.
A lot of fouls in this game from your side. Is that something that obviously you wouldn't want to see in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little tough. I mean, honestly, it was. I mean, in these type of games, there's the potential to try to get a little bit undisciplined and try to get steals, and again we try to be who we are on a standard, but sometimes it gets away from us. So yeah, I'm not too happy with that.
In that first half, my apologies, it was an 8-8 game early on, and then it seemed like your offense kind of spread out the court and went in transition and pulled Olney Central out of their game plan, turned it into what looked like a track meet at times, and I don't think Olney Central could keep up. Was that in the game plan?
Yeah. I mean, that's who we have to be. We want to play fast. Again, that's it's about getting in shape, though. Maintaining our conditioning and advancing the ball up the court, trying to get easy baskets, letting our defense lead to offense. And that you saw some flashes of that. There were some moments where it was a little stagnant, I thought, early on. You have some people we have Joseph Scott's families here and some different people's families here. So sometimes, the pressure to want to play well in front of your family sometimes can stagnate things too. So I thought once we got a little comfortable, it spread out, like you said.
DeRay Duncan led the team in scoring, 16 points off the bench, 10 in the first half. There was a stretch where he wasn't missing from the field down low. When he's playing well down low and around the boards, what can it do for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, he's talented, obviously. He's a presence. I actually was really, really pleased with Rico Coleman with his first game, because Rico kind of, I think three of those baskets Rico kind of assisted on, so like that shows how unselfish he is. He's dynamic and athletic. Obviously he has to get in game shape, but he definitely made some good decisions, and Diari was a beneficiary of a lot of those. So, but Diari is, he's got to stabilize us. He's got to provide an inside presence and use his physicality, and his, he's actually really, really skilled too. So, he adds a dimension to our team.
I was just going to ask about Coleman. You mentioned it, his first game, 6 points, played really well. You talked about the assists. He looked like he was ready to get out there. Was he ready to get out there?
Yeah, he was excited. He was excited. He's been battling some things, but we've been trying to get him into, like I said, the best game shape as possible. Now, I mean, there's no substitute for playing in the game. You can see that he got gassed really, really quickly, but again, he's another person that has length, athleticism, that can move, that can, again, make our team hopefully, competitive when conference starts.
Asked Kerry Shepard earlier today, you'll have this game, tomorrow's game, because you got a quick one back tomorrow, and then next Saturday in the Rotary Shootout. And then the calendar turns over after the winter break and it starts region play. How do you feel the team is ahead of region play coming up in 3 games time, but in a couple of weeks?
I think, we also have Barton when we first get back too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a key indicator. They're really, really good. But yeah, I mean, I think we're getting better, like I said, but I think we still have a long way to go. It's a long season still. Our thing is just trying to make sure when they go home for Christmas break, that we get everybody back healthy, and we got to get them back in some shape because, conditioning is going to be an issue, obviously, when you come back from break. And then when we get ready to get into it, like those teams are going to know us. We're going to know what they like to do as well. And then it's just going to be kind of like a chess match. You don't want to show a ton of things because you're going to play them 3 times, So, just each game trying to figure out different things that work well. And then when the time comes for, like you said, for region play as far as like trying to, to win the region, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a war because we got some really, really good teams in our region right now.
Something that this is now our 4th year of covering Mineral Area College. We haven't seen it to where there's 4 teams in the region that at one point in the season were receiving votes or nationally ranked. This year it's a different animal with State Fair, 3 Rivers. Moberly's always good. Mac has routinely been good the last few years, and judging by record, 9-3 is pretty good. How does that, from your perspective, what are the challenges of not trying to show too much against a region opponent?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to see where you are against them. I think that we've participated. So tomorrow we're going to, 3 Rivers is in the event, and Moberly plays right before us. So opportunities to, again, we've seen them a lot. They've seen us a lot, and honestly, there's really no surprises right now. Like we all know how good each other is, and it really is just going to come down to us. It's going to come down to us. Just like trying to get better each game, because like you mentioned it ahead, like all of those teams have an opportunity, possibly could be nationally ranked. Everybody's got quality wins over quality programs, which is really good for respect for our region. I don't know if that helps with at-large bids or anything like that, but again, like it just shows like the level of competitiveness, and so going into it, we're going to go into it and just play it. We're going to do our best to try to win the first game that we play, and then after that, we're going to have to try to make some adjustments, see what went well, what didn't go well, and try to improve on those things.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for stopping by. Best of luck tomorrow. We'll talk to you next on Saturday of next week with the Rotary Shootout.
All right, appreciate you.
That is Tony Irons, head coach of the Mac Cardinals. His club gets the winner 90-61. We'll take a break, come back after this on KFMO. Time for the final stats in this one. Mac gets the winner over Olney Central, 90-61, and we'll start it with the Cardinals. Diari Duncan leading the way with 16 points. Preston Turner and B.J. Dooling each with 12. Then A.J. Thomas had 10 off the bench. Jordan Logan and C.J. Claxton each had 7. Rico Coleman finished with 6 points, his first game of the year. Andrew Starkey had 5. Then it's 3 from A.J. Walker, and 2 each, Jordan Richard and Marcellus Phillips. For the Olney Central Blue Knights, 27 from Kasem Nash, his season high. He gets 9 from Jalil Bethia, 8 from Jose Riche, 7 from Caden Miller, and 4 each from Javon Jones and Logan Webb, and 2 from Cristobal Vargas. Scoring by half, Mac 48-23 in the first, 42-33 in the second. Final game score 90-61, and Connor Harbert has the team stats.
Yeah, let's take a look at Olney Central here today. Pretty much maintained that same percentage from the field in the second half. So shot 23 of 61 for 37%. Did a little bit better from the three-point line. That's mostly due to the efforts of Kasem Nash today, but 5 of 13 for 38%. And did also a little bit better from the free throw line there as well. 9 of 14 for 64%. Spoiler alert, Olney Central did actually do better tonight than Mineral Area from the free throw line. 20 rebounds for Olney Central, 19 turnovers, and got 15 points from their bench here in this one. As for Mineral Area, shot 50% from the field, or somewhere thereabouts, just above 50% today. 34 of 67 from the field. An exact 33.33% from the three-point line. 7 of 21. 9 of 16 from the free throw line. Went 1 of 5 in the second half. 24 rebounds and just the 12 turnovers here today for Mineral Area. 49 bench points. So again, you can kind of see it. The bench today, really deep, did a lot of scoring. This was a good, productive game, I think, for the bench to get some quality minutes.
It sure was. The Cardinals now 9-3. Olney Central falls to 2-7. He's Connor Harbert. I'm Jared Pettis. Landon Keene doing a great job back at the studio. Before we say so long, the Mac Cardinals do play tomorrow against Lewis and Clark. And unfortunately, folks, if you're still with us, we don't have coverage of that one tomorrow because St. Louis Community College has chosen to not allow outside media into the game and will live stream it for $25 a game or $75 for 5 games. Absolute outrageous when I can pay $11.99 for a month of ESPN Plus. I digress. I'll take the Sunday off, and we'll be back here at the Bob on Saturday with the Rotary Shootout. Busy week next week. Find out more at KFMOsports.com. He's Connor Harbert. Landon Keene doing a great job back at the studio. I'm Jared Pettis saying so long. Olney Central, Mineral Area. The Cardinals get the winner over the Blue Knights, 90-61.